What's up everyone, my name is Nick and today I thought it'd be a nice day to take my motorcycle out to go for a ride through rural Sarawak. There's so many beautiful roads here, little mountains here and there, so it's really nice to just go for a ride through beautiful Sarawak. So join me on my trip as I explore some of the cool areas around Kuching. I've got about 180 kilometers planned today. Let's see if I can actually do the full loop that I planned. So yeah, let's do this. Here we go. This is Global Gibbon.
It was a Sunday and I felt like I needed some time away from the city. I hopped on my bike and I planned a 185 kilometer road trip through southern Sarawak. I planned to ride through Samarahan, Serian, Padawan and the Biru district. The weather was great and what an adventure it was.
Having good fun. Took a little break to see where I should go next. It's that way.
The first stretch was from Kuching, where I live, to Samarahan and onwards towards Serian, and the roads here were reasonably wide and straight. This area is rather flat with many palm oil plantations. There were a few villages scattered along the way. I soon arrived at the town of Serian, some 65 kilometers from Kuching.
Alright, that was the first stretch from Kuching to Samarahan, and I am now in Serian. And I thought I'd pop by this lake here to see if anything's going on. And there's actually guys on jet skis here, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, you like my hair? That's what my hair looks like if I don't wear that hat that I usually wear. So yeah, I've ridden about 65 kilometers, about, well, how long it's been? A bit less than an hour. And I'm now in Serian, which is a reasonably sized village, small city perhaps. And it's near to the Indonesian border. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of trading going on. There's a really nice market here in Serian that if you're in this area you should definitely check it out. They sell fruits, vegetables and traditional things, really cool. And there's this one lake here which I thought I'd have my first break. And after this I think it's time to go in towards Padawan, which is more hilly, so definitely a fun riding experience.
I am still shocked about the jet skis in the lake in Serian. Serian is a town far away from the sea and large rivers, so seeing a jet ski was rather unusual. Alright, after my stop in Serian, it was time to head further into Borneo towards an area called Padawan. Padawan has many hills and mountains, and it's home to some of the most beautiful jungle in southern Sarawak.
So I've arrived at Teng Bukap, which is in beautiful Padawan, and so I have my coffee here. And then of course I run into an old friend. This is Valentine. He runs a homestay called Peraya Homestay at Kampong Peraya. He does bamboo rafting and he's just the adventure man here in Padawan. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, so
nice to meet you.
Yeah, good seeing you. What are you doing here today?
Yeah, I just moving around collecting the bamboo. I just stopped by for coffee anyway, but so lucky to meet you.
Yeah, it is. This is why I love living in Sarawak. Wherever you go, even basically in the middle of the jungle, I just go for a ride and I'll still run into a friend. Cheers. We're gonna catch up. If you want to go to his homestay, it's called Peraya Homestay. I'll leave a link in the description and it's a really nice experience. I'll go again on my own next time and I'll do a full video about it. Alright, now it's time for our coffee. Alright, I think it's time for me to head off again. I'll see you again very soon, Val.
Yep.
We go out into the jungle and do some survival or something. That'll be fun.
Should be.
All right. Okay, I'm heading off. See you.
This is typically Sarawak. Somehow everyone knows each other and you'll always run into people you know, even if it's at a little coffee shop in the deepest rainforest. After my second stop, it was time to hop on my trusted steed again to continue my journey.
I mean, look at this. There's a beautiful mountain there. There's paddy fields here. What a life, eh? That I'm able to just ride around on my motorcycle through this amazing Borneo here. I'm a happy man.
I ride a KTNS RS3 motorcycle. I've always dreamed of owning a BMW GS. However, my budget didn't allow for that motorcycle, so I opted for the more affordable KTNS. It's an affordable bike with 250cc, which is great for riding in the city and riding in rural areas around Sarawak.
All right, I've made it to the Heritage House here in Bau, next to the Wind Cave, or near the Wind Cave. And this place recently opened. It's a massive building with all different places to sit. They sell drinks, beers, food, and they're open during the day and at night. I believe on weekends they actually have live bands and everything here. So I'll definitely come back and do a full video about this place. But I'm here now just to have my lunch. Okay, time to stretch my legs and cool down a little bit. Alright, time to eat. I've got myself a nice burger. I'm pretty hungry after that, right? Let's do this. Yummy. Wow, great food, and what a cool place, this Heritage Cafe here in Bau. Now it's time to move on to the next destination, I guess. I think I want to stop by at Tasik Biru for a little bit before heading back home.
After my lunch at the Heritage Cafe, it was only a short ride down to the Tasik Biru, one of the newest tourism destinations in southern Sarawak.
So here we are. Behind me is Tasik Biru, or the Blue Lake in Bau, and over the past months it's become a very popular destination because there is a new resort right there on the other side, and they've built a bridge. There's little boats that you can rent, and it's just a really nice place to hang out on your Sunday afternoon, I guess. Alright, gonna head back on the bike and go home probably.
After Tasik Biru, I rode through the bustling town of Bau on my way to my last destination on today's trip, the historical town of Siniawan. By this time, I had been on the road for about 5 hours, so I was getting a little bit thirsty.
Alright, here I am at my final destination of today. Well, not the final destination, but the last place I will visit. And that is, of course, where else than Siniawan, one of my favorite places to go in Sarawak. Siniawan, here, 45 minutes from Kuching, with the best bar in Sarawak. Alright, here we are at the Bikalan, and what better to do than to have a little cold drink at the end of a long day. Now, I always like to mix a little bit of 7-Up with beer, especially on a hot day like today, and definitely after such a long motorcycle ride. I spent about 6 hours on the road. I did a lot of stops here and there, and I did about 200 kilometers. Now this is my last stop before I head home, and yeah, I just wanted to have a nice cool drink. Now, I really love living in Sarawak. To be able to go on a motorcycle and just ride around and see all this beautiful greenery, this jungle everywhere, these cool roads that zigzag through the mountains, it's really a pleasure just living here. And it's always amazing because you always run into people like I did with Valentine. So random, in the middle of nowhere in a small village where I just had a cup of coffee, I ran into an old friend, a good friend, which it's typically Sarawak, and there's so many places to see, so many things to do, and I can't wait to my next trip out there to explore more. I visited a few places today, or at least I drove past and checked them out, And yes, I've definitely updated my bucket list. Yeah, that's basically it, I guess. I'm just gonna enjoy this beer for now. I would like you to click that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. And leave a comment. Tell me what other places I should visit, or maybe I should travel away from Sarawak to other places and explore other places. Please let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. You guys really are awesome. Thank you so much. And that's it for now. See you again next week. All right, bye-bye.